understand. Well, maybe it's the area. Maybe it's, could be elsewhere.
Cool. So, Bonnyrigg is my area.
Oh, shit.
Southwest, but everyone thinks I'm from Blacktown because ever since I hit the music scene, whether when I was in a band till now, it's always been Blacktown.
What the fuck?
I know, bro. anyone who's watching this is going to trip the fuck out.
This guy said Bonnyrigg.
He didn't even know, bro. Ever since I started in a band, bro, everything's been Blacktown related. Every friend I've had, every portion of my life has been Blacktown.
You can claim it. You can just say, that's it then.
Why do you think I got drafted into the fucking...
Yeah, you got drafted into the hood.
Like, it's true, though. When you think about it, bro.
There's only like 3 white people allowed in Blacktown.
That's it.
You, me, and probably some other company don't know.
Nah, but for real, like, I pretty much grew up there when you think about it. Every weekend caught the train to Blacktown to do what I got to do. And I never hang out with anyone from my area since year 11.
Oh, yeah, okay. I feel that.
You know
I was a bit the same like that. I was Bankstown, but then after that, bro, I was just like between like City, Burwood, Inner West, all the way back out Para, Blacktown. You know what I mean?
100%.
I never actually stayed because there was fucking nothing popping off in my area, really.
Wait, what the hell's in Bonnyrigg? Bonnyrigg Heights. All right, just to be exact.
What's in Bonnyrigg? The heights of Bonnyrigg.
Bro,
all right, hectic.
It's that step above Bonnyrigg. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. That's where they still got fibro houses, but they got a better car in the driveway.
Just above that.
Do you know what I mean? Space. What about you?
I was deep 48 from Blacktown. Grew up there. That's pretty much
That's it.
That's it.
That's
all you
simple,
get.
man. Blacktown.
Yeah, Blacktown. Out
Blacktown.
west.
2148 till you die.
Oh no, we might have to
We'll have to up it a bit.
go up, come back, go up. Yeah, as long as we get to move around. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's 48.
100%. Bro, I know both of you's moving around, obviously.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I always talk about this as well. What about your first? What was your first hip hop experience? We'll start with Space this time. Now, when I say hip hop experience,
As in listening to music or just the
this
whole. Yeah.
exactly right. This is what I'm saying. Like, it could have been like, because a lot of people come on here, they'll say like, oh, I listened to fucking whatever was on the radio at first. You know what I mean? I listened to some shit that my parents were listening to. What was your first, like, you heard hip hop and you're like, what the?
This is the shit.
This is it, yeah.
I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah, as far as like, I don't remember because music's always been around. So it's like, I don't remember
Parents
the
used
first
to just
time,
play the shit.
But nah, like
Not even,
my brother or like, and I had this like MP3 just. I don't know, either I got it from school or some shit, but it had all the bad rap.
Yeah, you
rap
got it from
songs and
somewhere,
shit.
you know?
I don't know, bro.
You stashed it under your bed?
Yeah, but I remember there was like, fuck.
All right, to put it this way, primary school or high school?
Would have been primary school because this when you had like the ones you could record in. It's like an MP3 little thing with the USB.
Yeah.
Just before that, it's crazy, but yeah, I had one of these things, but it had like fucking Ja Rule, Tupac. Do you know what I mean? So
The
it's like,
days
it had
before an
all, like-
iPod where you don't know what the hell it was.
Yeah, like
Shuffle.
Yeah,
before the
before that,
iPod,
bro.
before the
So
iPod.
I don't know. I used to listen to all that shit. But as far as music, it's like we had music in our family before that. Like even going to church, like with my mom and shit. So
Yeah.
I started playing.
Speak the
drums.
mic, man.
Yeah, started playing drums over there,
Yeah.
and then rap just came along after, and then I was like, what's this?
So the fam's always been musical. How many
yeah.
brothers? How many you got?
I have my one brother, 2 sisters. So as far as like,
Where are you in the family?
I'm the baby.
Oh,
of
you're the
family.
baby?
Yeah.
Big old
Really?
baby,
Yeah.
man.
So
Oh,
as
that's
far as like,
fun.
but every Sunday we get ready to go to church, and then when I was little, I started playing drums in there.
Yo.
Like so that's
So you already.
so yeah. That's why
Yeah.
and I was like, man, Then I started recording onto like the laptop. Did you ever get the red laptops? In back in school, like it's like.
Bro,
The chunky ones.
Like the red ones. And it had like, it had Audacity on it, bro. So
Man, the first recording experience I
that's
remember is the Nutrigrain box. And
Yeah.
they handed out. You remember the Nutrigrain box? And they handed out the beat making software in the Nutrigrain box.
Oh, really?
they used to have CDs or
Yeah.
different shit. Yeah, I get what you mean.
And
yeah.
then from
Do you
there,
remember that?
Yeah. I don't remember
It
what
wasn't
it
just-
was, but I remember you used to be able
different
to
ones. They
make
had
beats
different ones, yeah.
and send it to a competition.
Holy
then you could
yeah,
record
yeah.
it.
That was my first music making experience as well.
See, I'm glad
Nutrigrain,
somebody's talking about it.
Nutrigrain hip hop. They
That's
started
Hey,
it.
we
Yeah.
should hit Nutrigrain up and see if they'll
Bring it
revive
back.
that.
Bring it. Look,
You
it's
know,
time.
We've been around the horn. It's time. It's time. Fuck, that's crazy. It's crazy as well. So you're the baby. Where's you said your older brother passed stuff down to you. So where was your older brother?
He's like-
Is he? Who's the eldest? And then where?
No, he's just before me.
Oh,
so
okay.
he thought it was last for like fucking 7 years and shit. So and then I just popped out of nowhere. That's how he feels. So
Miracles, bro. Miracles
yeah,
happen.
but
He was just like,
I used to like, cause
Fuck
he
you.
used to have all the like baggy shit, like when I was little, like
Gangster
Fubu, all the-
shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
you were
the
heavy
Fubu,
shit.
the woo
I remember like
I'm waiting for the day that comes back, bro.
Yeah, bro,
It's
you
only
used-
a matter of time.
used to run
It's
from
only a
his
matter of
closet
time.
and shit.
I used to cop the mad bootleg. I used to cop the mad bootlegs from the Compass Center in Bankstown. You know what I
Fubu?
mean? Yeah, hell yeah, bro. You couldn't get
Dada?
a fish for Fubu except for like, yeah, Dada. Bro, Mackenzie found some Dada pants.
Big D12, big D12, bro. That was the shit, man.
Slim Shady with those the silver denim.
But I don't want to go too far back, but fuck, I was a fat white kid in D12 pants.
Yeah, you were
Crazy.
chubby. What do you need?
Just a cup.
Have we got a cup? Jeff, have we
Cup?
got, can we get a cup, please? Just any
Yeah,
cup.
just a normal
Find
cup.
a cup, any cup.
Not like a baseball.
Pick a
cup.
cup. What about you?
That's good.
Let's talk about your first hip hop experience.
I don't know how hip hop it is. Nah, it is, bro. I remember this clearly. I'm talking Nelly Country Grammar is as far back as I go.
The song?
Nah, the album Country Grammar. So my sister had a boyfriend. So whatever year this was, I can't tell you what year, but I know whenever Country Grammar came out.
We want to find that out? No, joke.
You could, nah. I
got my trusty laptop right here.
Truly, I only looked it up the other day because I was in
Actually, I know it was I think it actually was in 2000.
yeah, that makes sense. Because not long after that, I went from Nelly straight to Ja Rule and 50. So and that was only like a year later.
That's a
when
solid
Get
transition.
Rich or Die Trying came out.
Yes,
what,
that makes
2002,
sense.
2001? Yeah.
Yep.
So, man, my sister's boyfriend from back in the day had Nelly like around the house, and that was it.
Bonnie
I
Raitt Heights.
remember my mum jamming to this, man. So shout out to my mum for letting me jam to some dirty ass songs, but it made me who I am today. So shout out to that.
Okay, this is a bit of an interesting one, and I like to ask this because, especially for the West guys, because I grew up in the West, Southwest. I was obviously Bankstown, but I was in the West. Well, you guys know, like when me and Elo were doing it.
Yeah, Overtimers
And
represent.
that's how we all like really started to talk.
That was the same
so
time period.
2011, 2012, 2013.
I'd say 2013.
And then we did that shit at
2013.
Penrith. Was that Penrith? Where was that?
Was he
Remember when
there?
we did, yeah, fuck. Remember when we did this thing at, is it Penrith?
I remember being a Penrith. I don't remember him being
Yeah,
there.
he was there, bro. He was like, I remember there was like,
Not at the Tattersalls.
Yeah.
was it Tattersall?
Alcoholic days, huh?
Remember that shit?
Oh yeah.
That's why you can't
Alcohol
remember.
shit, I can't remember.
Nah, but that's all right.
I think
And
I
then
do.
you
I
know,
know.
'cause
I
we,
do.
yeah,
we
because we
did
did
play
we
Tattersalls,
did an
though.
open mic, and I remember he spat some bars as well. Like it was only a few people, and then that's what I was like.
That
and
must
then
have been
you
when
told
we
me-
there
first
was
met,
no one
though.
there.
Nah, there was people there, but
couple.
like no one wanted to stand up to rap or whatever when they had the open mic to spit bars after the show or whatever.
Oh,
And
true.
then I remember then he was like, "Yo, that was this guy," I was like,
That was
yeah.
Vicky,
that
guys.
was Vicky.
That's Vicky. Oh, you know
I
Vicky?
just rolled out into the sunset. And that was the end of my career. But anyways,
Oh, damn.
this,
Podcast it is.
Yeah.
God pod, shut out.
but this is an interesting one for you guys, and I'm keen to know this too because it's around a time where me and Ella were doing shit, and that was dope for me, man, because that's probably why I've been able to sort of stay. I don't want to say like.
Your name is relevant. If that's where you're trying
Yeah,
to go.
like
100%. People know.
stay connected to like younger cats because
Yeah.
if you think about it, bro, like my first shit came out in like 04.
Yeah.
What your first
My first Sony
Feed
shit,
Kid
right?
Stars.
Yeah,
And so you could imagine for me to come back in at like 20,
Almost
like I
20,
think it was 2011 and then 2013 maybe is when I met you guys. That was really when there was another resurgence of hip hop that I felt fucking sweet. I'm still doing it, thank
Yeah,
God.
facts.
And
Yeah,
there's a whole new like group of people. But what the thing that interests me is the associations, right? And because everyone needs to know, like, say for example, like this could be your answer, but say Dario,
Yeah.
guy's been around for ages. He's
time,
been
yeah.
around in film clips. He knows people in the industry. He knows club promoters. He
Like a
knows this,
gatekeeper
that.
sort of thing.
Well, yeah,
With that- in that sense.
or like a connect.
Yeah, he has more connect because he's been around for a long time.
100%. So
Yeah.
like the question that's sort of dope to know is like who was your sort of like local associate in hip hop, like your first sort of people you started hanging with that started really, I don't know, like introducing you to people, putting you on stages,
Yeah,
so
hectic.
this that.
Easy answer, really. So back then, it was me and my cousin just doing our own thing until we got the word out there, to be honest, man.
Yeah.
And from there, that was like city club life. So shout out to Ian Reed, man, back then.
Yeah, you're a big fucking bro. Shout out to Ian.
Yeah, Ian, I haven't seen
02.
the man for a minute, but back in the day, my guy Aaron introduced me to Ian, and we're in the clubs all the time. And to be honest, I still don't know how I met Space, but I know it was through Connects led me to Space. So I'm going to say Ian through the club life.
Bro,
That's
that was
where it
crazy.
started.
And Ian was thumping some of those clubs, right? It was 02, right?
Huge. 02, yeah.
02, yeah. Back
At
then, yeah.
above the Foot Locker there.
It was,
That was Eamon's favorite spot, bro.
yeah, it was all over the place, really. He had a couple of spots. I don't remember names or anything like that, but
Yeah, because you were pretty fun.
good times, bro. Very, very good times.
Look, there were good times. We don't remember any of the times,
Nah,
but we
I
were
got
pretty
photos.
positive.
That's all that
You got
matters.
photos. I was smiling in the
photos to prove I was there.
Shout out to Ian.
But yeah,
So-
I'm gonna say Ian, bro. That was the start of it.
And that's crazy as well because Ian's like, he's from the States, and I find that the club scene. What about? Okay, let me ask you this then.
Go.
Australian hip hop, right? Because I did feel
I
as
got
though
more ideas,
you were
actually.
a bit like, I don't want to say left the field, but I remember when I first sort of started seeing you do your thing. You
At
sort
the
of,
time, bro.
you sort of, and you felt a bit like pop punk or like punk or you felt bandy.
Yeah.
You didn't feel straight hip-hop.
When I came in, bro, like I remember my first songs were trash, but like the first song that people started to know who I was like a trap beat from Lex Luger off YouTube. But, that's still my most viewed song. But anyway, it
shout
was
out
just
to Lex Luger.
that wild life kind of thing back then.
Yeah, party of life.
Yeah, and that's just where it came about from. Sorry, I forgot the question. I forget where we're going right now.
Oh no! What other then speaking of associates,
Oh,
like Oz rap guys,
bro.
like
So it started from Bureau, man. We don't talk no more, but Bureau, me and Bureau,
Working
he's the
too
reason
hard.
I'm into rap right now. He's probably the reason I started rapping, bro. 100%.
Sleepwalkers,
Sleepwalkers Bureau, bro.
Crispy and Bureau.
Sleepwalkers, Crispy and Bureau. Bureau was like, bro, why don't you rap? I'm rapping, and I was like, I like rapping, but I'm white, cause like it's not doing much.
I'm white cuz like
Yeah,
I know you're like wait I'm white cuz like
It is what it is. Then I dropped
You know how it
I
is.
dropped a few freestyles over a Mac Miller beat, and then that was the
there it
start of
is.
everything, bro. So Sleepwalkers, bro, Crispy and Bureau. Then I started doing things with them all the time.
that makes a bit of sense because around that time as well they were fucking super busy.
That's how I know
You know?
you. 100% it's through them.
Yes, it is.
100% through them.
And that was good connects, bro. Because how'd you meet Elo? Or did we all meet at the same
Hello,
time?
I don't know. Again, I don't know exactly, bro, but I'm going to guess through the same time because you were always together. Especially you,
Yeah.
Crispy, Bureau, Sleepwalkers. It was all the same thing.
Well, we always just happened to be like on. We were always trying to push for similar bills.
That's what I mean. And I was
Yeah.
the press play button DJ for them when they couldn't get someone. So
Fuck
Appreciate
yeah,
that.
the
Was good.
boys.
I think I
hey,
even did it
everyone's
for
gotta-
you once, to be honest.
Everyone's got to do their time.
Yeah, we gotta do it,
prob-
yeah.
Was that maybe it was for that fucking Dirty Dyke show?
There we go. Yeah.
Actually, I think that was a thing.
Yeah, it was.
Fuck, spun.
Hey,
Bro,
that's
me and
the-
Crispy had a
that's the Aussie
fucking
hip-hop
D and M on that night, I can tell you that much. I'll talk to you about that. That was great. That was crazy. So what about Space for you? Who was like, and there's something else I want to talk sort of side later for you as well.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
who was your first sort of like person, like your first connect? And this is a funny question, right? Because like Oz hip hop, if I
Yeah.
say Australian hip hop, and if we're going back to like 2013,
Yeah.
the West, we were still doing our own thing. Like
Yeah,
we weren't
yeah.
getting the fucking shine that we
It
get
wasn't-
now.
Yeah, not as.
It
as
wasn't
heavy
like
as
a,
is
it
now.
wasn't cool.
It wasn't as big, yeah.
You know,
but
we were still like, oh, you're from the West.
it's like it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't cool to do that. Man.
You know.
But,
So who was your first person like getting you on and getting you like opportunities?
I think we're just doing shit at, like, people used to have like hall parties.
Yeah.
Like just or your homie would be doing something. You're like, yo, fuck, put me on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It went from that to then. I just remember, I would say Bicep, bro. There's a youth center where it's like it had like a proper studio from instead of a bedroom, like the next level. So they had that shit. You know what I mean? And then
That's where me and him first started hanging out. Really, was
so they
this
had
youth studio.
This when we were pretty young, and then they started doing like events, like every once in a while. It was like Winter Beats or da 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 for the youth and the community.
Yeah.
So as far as that goes, that sort of that was pretty much what started the whole. Who give us a little stage to figure it out, and then over time, then other people started just shitting you up. Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And then bro.
Because
I would say
promoters started. I remember for a little while, like, well even
and then
still,
and then the clubs, bro. for.
But you do
But
club
it was
shit.
So
you do club
so you
shit
can do
as well.
So it wasn't really. I don't remember anyone sort of
Specifically.
or even being like, yo, hey, let me push this shit with you.
Yeah.
It was really just because
I reckon it's the
had
same kind of thing. Like I said, me and my cousin did our thing, and we just tried to get our music. Him and Skis.
Because
and all the
Skis,
other
everyone
boys back
else
then
like.
just doing their
But
own
then
thing together.
that's just us. Like it's like
Made
if
that
I,
noise.
That's just fam though.
Do you know what I mean? So
You
if
boys
I
have
have,
always
That's
been-
it. He made that noise
If I
enough
have a
that
show,
people knew
if
who
I have
he
a
was.
show like somewhere, and they're like, yo, come out. I say, yo, I'm bringing this person with me. Da 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 da.
Did-
Do you
I
know
like
what
how
I
it
mean?
talks
So-
about like, hey, I'm bringing this one person.
and then it's
15 people later.
This guy like, hey man, do I got a door list? Yeah, sweet, cool. What's the
Every
capacity
time.
of the venue?
Every time. Has anyone got ID? Nope. All right. Yeah,
True.
yeah, coming in.
Whoa.
True.
We'll stop that one there.
Yeah, but nah, that's what. Yeah, I think we just sort of, I would say, biased, bro. Because as far as like trying to really put you on, sort of thing, they'll give you a good stage. Because we were doing it on level 4, so you know where the
No, that was always there.
where the stages. I don't.
Yeah,
West
of
Point,
course.
Blacktown, yeah. So they would do events there, and it's like, fuck.
That's actually a dope stage.
Yeah, so
It was hectic.
Hey.
That's when Chris Brown did his like what in Blacktown. Remember? Did you remember that?
Yeah, just. I
It was
remember
like
Chris
when
Brown was
he
there
had
at one
the,
point.
Yo, give me that. Those records.
Was
like,
it that time?
Yeah, that era, like when he first came out. Like I remember, like we're standing like at the back, and it was packed, bro.
Yo, watch that mic.
You know what I mean? It was packed. Oh, you're the mic guy now.
Oh
Huh?
my God. I'm trying to help my cousin.
He's practicing for his podcast.
No, I told you.
He's on
We're starting
Gorilla,
over there.
Gorilla podcast.
Just
Gorilla
next to-
podcast featuring Space and Wings.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is good that I've actually got both of you guys. You know, particularly being from the West as well. Race issues. I don't want to get hectic into it, but you know, race issues and how polarizing it is in the world at the moment. Do you know what I mean? There's fucking
Huge.
There's massive lines. It's and you know, but we've all like for the most part lived pretty fucking harmoniously in the West. Do you know what I mean? Like I mean there is race shit obviously that goes on all the time, but you know like when you sort of grow up in the West and you fucking know to go. Everyone's fucking cool. Do you know what I mean?
Depending,
Like,
but yeah.
depending. Yeah,
Depends,
you're right.
yeah,
Depends. You
depends.
get your pockets. But now that the spotlight is on the West for the hip hop shit, do you think that positively affects the West, or do you think it's like has a bit of almost like a negative effect on it?
It can go both ways. Space.
I think it just depends who's looking at it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
You look at the news or the police, and it's instant negative right now.
Yeah,
when
but
it
then
comes
that's-
to
I think that's-
the artists that are on their way up, they take it as
that's been the media. That's how the media operates already. It's like
it's just on a
true
bigger
too.
scale right
think-
now for the West part because
Yeah.
you got that likes of 1-4 whatnot, killing it, bro. Absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because well, look at this, right? Think about the news, right? When do you usually go on the news and then it's usually good shit?
That's why I stopped watching the news.
Yeah, because usually you watch
That's
like
what draws people in, the bad
yeah
shit,
the
bro.
bad because then it fucks with your emotions. You're like, what? And then you watch it again and
you feel
then
some
you
type of way,
then
yeah.
you go outside and you forget about your real like. This is like if you meet real people and then you go off that emotion because you just seen some bad shit.
Yeah.
So and that sticks with you. So I guess that's their way to draw people in. You know, it's like I don't know. It's like bad gossip.
And that's that's interesting how I say is because we get bad flack
Yeah.
on it, because what's been fucking really dope to see, and I've said this, but a lot of the Polynesian guys and those homies who couldn't fucking I feel couldn't catch a break musically in Australia for a long ass fucking time.
Ages, bro.
But now, unless it was from NZ,
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Do you know what I mean?
Like Savage and that. Yeah.
They will make a
Bro,
noise straight away.
and big shout out to brother D and fucking Andy from Dawn Raid who's just about to fucking drop their shit as well. So keep an eye out for that. But unless it was from NZ, like it didn't really have the cred. But now the boys are getting the cred here. Do you know
all
what I
over
mean?
the place. It's good to see, man. It's good to see. They're
But
like a main
simultaneously,
focus
though,
right now.
Yeah, and
They are.
they are. But then
That's
I
just
think
do your shit. Just do your
It's
shit
well
loud.
deserved too. They all the thing is, a lot of them work together, bro. They a lot of them back their own community too. When you see it, well, when I look at Facebook groups, Poly Rappers, a face group or whatever it is,
that's
bro.
the sickest page, bro.
Bro, as soon as something is you post one video on there and it pops off, bro. You know what I mean? It pops right off, and they're obviously sticking behind each other.
Yeah,
I gotta tie
100%,
my
bro.
shoelace
Well, the
real quick.
communities. Are you pissing?
Nah, tie my shoelace.
Oh, okay, true. I don't know where you're going for it, but
Yeah, what are you saying?
I think that. Well, I was going to say similar to what you were saying. You know what I mean? Like, I think that the the media has like an agenda.
Yeah, and they know. I guess they know who's gonna watch this shit. I'm pretty sure they
The
know.
racist kids.
I'm telling you, bro, because they know. They're like, all right, we need. How do we get our streams up? You know, like, and they know how do you trigger people to fucking feel some type of way? Because even sometimes like nowadays they have on Facebook and shit when the news does shit, then you read the comments and shit, and it's usually that's who they're catering this shit for. You feel me? So
Fuck, they come out of the woodwork.
yeah, do you know what I mean? And I know where we live. Like I know everything's like good as far as like I didn't deal with no real fucking. You know what I mean? But then when you go online, I'm like, yo, there's people like that over here. You know?
It's crazy when you go out of the area and you see people act a certain way.
It trips me out because I'm like, oh, okay. They're still
side eye in them.
It's pretty much being brainwashed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I guess you got to be able to be, you know what's what. You have to be strong in the mind because you can't just go watch some shit and then all of a sudden that's how you look. Do you know what I mean? Like as far even
because it does go both ways.
It goes both ways.
You know what I mean? You got to be strong to know that as well. I suppose. All right, cool. Like I'm in this place. And this person's like looking at me this way, but I know maybe it's not really them. It's how they've been spoken to or manipulated to think away.
It's true, yeah.
You know?
It's very true.
I suppose I asked that question as well because, you know, we haven't had to deal musically with that type of light.
Yeah.
Now it's actually starting to
do that,
leak into the music and start to manipulate maybe our opportunities as artists and as a demographic. Whereas before it was like we could sort of just do whatever, you know, hip hop wise, whatever we want.
Yeah.
And we're just considered from the West. Now this race
100%.
shit's shone this different spotlight on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, facts, bro.
Anyway, just thought I'd get your 2 cents on that.
Yeah, true.
Oh, good.
I just don't feel like you can usually you should be able to sort of judge the whole race off like one or a few things that happen in, you know, especially as far as the music, especially if you're doing better and it's doing well, why do you need to sort of put people down? Do you know what I mean? You feel me?
Yeah, you know, the other thing that spins me out is that if it was any other type of musical genre that was derogatory in any type of way, they get no shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Literally
It's because it's
zero
rap.
value.
As soon as it's rap, you know what I mean? And it's like
And that's
person
been
of
going
color
on
in
for
rap.
like the history of rap has been like that.
You know what I mean? So it just spins me out this day and age, but it's like the powers of beast still have their fucking, you know, their fucking hands up the ass of the puppets. Anyway, whatever.